What's up, guys? Scatanic1 here again. A bit of an ambitious video for me here today. This one's been a while in the coming. I've been trying to get my hands on this band's discography for a while. It's took me a while to do it. It's been about a year. And I pretty much got all their full lengths. They got a mess of split and EP and compilation material that I just kind of skipped over. But yeah, man. That being said, this is also my opinion. This is how I listen to these records by this artist. All of them are amazing fucking records, man. Every one of them good in their own right, but this is just the order I prefer them in. Bit of a controversial band also to kind of start off here. Anyone familiar with this band will be familiar with the main guy behind the band, cat by the name of Mikko Aspa. Band we're talking about in question is, of course, the Finnish black metal masterminds that I call them masterminds anyway, because they got some great shit. Clandestine Blaze. Clandestine Blaze is a huge departure for what Mikko is known for, which is Death Spell Omega, which is a weird avant-garde kind of proggy black metal band from France. Not Clandestine Blaze. Clandestine Blaze is a completely different animal than Death Spell Omega. Very raw, very Dark Throne-y, if you want to. I compare them to Dark Throne because they sound like that first the first 5-6 records, like the early Dark Throne black metal stuff, is, you can tell he just draws from that well. But without further ado, enough with the background, enough with the bullshit. It's already 2 minutes in, and here we go. The Clandestine Blaze discography. Coming in down at the bottom of the pile is New Golgotha Rising. This is a good record. Like I said at the beginning of the video, every one of these records are good in their own right. This one in particular is definitely the weakest, in my opinion. The newer Clandestine Blaze stuff is way weaker than the earlier stuff. But that's just traditional, especially when it comes to when you're talking black metal, and especially sketchy Dark Throne worship black metal. I believe this is like their third to the last album. I can't remember when it was released. Northern Heritage put this out, as did all of Clandestine Blaze stuff, because it's Mikko's label. Puts it out on his own label. But yeah, solid stuff. The vocal approach on this one is why I don't like it as much. This is probably my least favorite vocal approach by Mikko Aspa. And, I mean, there's some banger of tracks on here. You got Evocation Under a Black Sky, Consumed by Flames, the title track, New Golgotha Rising. My favorite on here is Culling Species, a very punky, kind of like Dark Throne-y feeling, just awesome fucking song. Yeah, man. Coming down at number 10, we got New Golgotha Rising. Check it out if you haven't. Moving right along, Tranquility of Death. Sorry, not Tranquility of Death. City of Slaughter. I'm a fucking idiot. This was the album before the last one. I believe this one came out in like 2016. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, again, kind of continuing in the same. I think this is the album after New Golgotha Rising. So it's kind of continuing in that same vein that New Golgotha Rising had going. With the vocals is another reason why I just kind of put this further down at the bottom of the pile. Excellent black metal, man. Excellent shit. But, yeah, it's got some. The riffing on this one is good. The drum performance is okay, but it's, like I said, with New Golgotha, same thing. It's the vocals. I don't like the vocal approach he goes for on this record. But there's some banger tracks on here. I mean, we got Return to the City of Slaughter, Remembrance of a Ruin. The Voice of the Mythical Past, I believe that's what it's called. It's a decent record. I like it a little bit more than New Golgotha Rising, but it's not saying much. Those two were kind of like tied for the bottom of the pile, and I just kind of went with the one I listened to the most of those two, and it was this one. Again, put out through Northern Heritage. Crazy ass fucking album art. As always with these guys. Nothing really to see in there. Check it out if you haven't. I mean, anyone watching this, I mean, I may not be showing you anything new, but then again, you know, not everyone's really, I don't really hear a lot of people talk about Clandestine Blaze. It's also another reason why I wanted to do this discography ranking video. So, yeah, man. City of Slaughter. Good stuff. Check it out if you haven't. Moving right along, we got the last full length that they put out, I believe in 2018. Tranquility of Death. For real this time, not the fuck up I just did, but this is good shit. This is a good bounce back from what was going on the previous two records. Still kind of got that same vocal approach, but it's a little bit dialed back to where Clandestine Blaze was in kind of the mid part of their career, which is my opinion. Some of their best shit is in the mid and early part of the career of the band. But yeah, man. Awesome tracks on here would probably be Tranquility of Death, God on the Cross, Triumph of Humanization. I think that's how it's pronounced. And what's that other one? Tanned Hearts. All good shit, man. Like I said with the last two records, this is kind of like in the bottom of the pile. It's still really good, especially being the fact that Mikko Aspa does everything in this project on all these albums. So yeah, man. Check that one out if you haven't. Clandestine Blaze, Tranquility of Death. Awesome shit. And then we start to get to the middle of their discography where things really start to, in my opinion, start to kind of balance out from that earlier stuff and the later stuff. Next up, we got not City of Slaughter, god damn. Church of Atrocity. Church of Atrocity is good, but the thing that hurts this album the most is the production on it. This one sounds like it was produced in like underwater with a fucking crap ass fucking tape deck with fucking towels over the mics. It's really fuzzy and really kind of hard to make out what's going on. Mikko Aspa's vocal approach on this is fucking amazing. Some of the songs on here, I mean, when you can hear the riffs, they're really good riffs, but it's just so muddy and murky. That's what kind of hurts this one a little bit, because this would be a lot higher if the mix was just a little less murky. But yeah, man. Good songs on here. It's probably the title track. Oh, man. Storm of Purification. It's my absolute favorite on this record. This record here is really good. This is not a good jumping off point, but if you want to, like, when you get into the band and then start wanting to do your deep cuts on after you find a couple albums that you really do like, this is a good deep cut album. But yeah, man. All good shit. Like I was saying, that's a crazy ass CD layout, but like I was saying, man, all this shit is good. This is a really good Finnish act, man. I mean, Finland can do no wrong when it comes to fucking black metal, in my opinion. I think they do black metal better than most countries in Europe, even better than the Scandinavian guys. But that's just my opinion. I mean, most of my favorite black metal bands are from Finland. So that's why I've been, deep diving and just cherry picking through the entire scene that I find stuff that I like. But anyway, moving right along, we'll get off that subject. Church of Atrocity, good stuff. Not the best, but good. Check it out if you haven't. Moving right along, we got my absolute favorite album cover that Clandestine Blaze has done. But yet again, one of my least favorite albums, man. And I got to get the booklet out on this one so you can actually get a good look, and it doesn't have the track listing on the back. So this is Defenders of the Faith. Deliverers of the Faith, Defenders of the Faith. This ain't Judas Priest. This is Clandestine Blaze. But yeah, man. Fucking awesome album art, man. This is, like, seriously one of my favorite album arts in black metal. You got, like, the altar there going on with, like, all the famous serial killers. Awesome shit, man. Again, kind of like Church of Atrocity, the production kind of hurts this album a little bit more. It's still got that real fuzzy sound. But, I mean, it's really good. I highly recommend it. Recommend the album. Psychopathia Sexualis. One of the good tracks on here. God damn it. Psychopathia Sexualis. Falling. Winter of White Death. Beyond the Reason. Those are all really great tracks on this album, but like I was saying, the production really kind of hurts this album a little bit. Sorry it took me a little bit on that one, guys. It's hard to read the fucking, like, they got the track listing down here in the fucking tray, and it's just, I forgot where the track listing was, and for some reason he just took a picture of the drum kit for the CD layout. But yeah, man, excellent stuff. Like I said, definitely my favorite album art that he's done for Clandestine Blaze. This album art is fucking amazing. But it's not about the album art, it's about the music. This is a banger. Check it out if you haven't. Clandestine Blaze, Deliverers of the Faith. Awesome shit. And now we get to, like, the kind of the really, really hard part for this for me. These albums are so interchangeable. Like, I like a different one better than another on any given day of the week. As much time as I've spent in this band's discography, you'd figured I'd have it nailed down. And this is the closest I'm going to get to having it nailed down. But these next 5 are just fucking classics in the genre. Especially for the Finnish scene. And we're going to go ahead and get it started coming down to the bottom of the top 5. The Harmony of Struggle. This is the weirdest fucking album art I've ever seen. It's like, I have no idea what the fuck is going on this fucking cover, man. But, excellent, excellent music. This is still continuing in that mid-period era of Clandestine Blaze with the real fuzzy production. But this time it's done right. To me, this sounds like a hybrid of, like, a Burzum album with, like, Panzerfaust era Dark Throne. Shit's amazing. Mikko's fucking vocal performance on this is just scathing, blistering, fucking awesome. Man, the name killer tracks off this is honestly to name the whole fucking thing, because I love all 5 of these albums front to back. And it's hard for me to pick, like, 2 or 3 favorites because I love the whole albums. But, Autumn of Iron and Steel. Sorry, Autumn of Blood and Steel. Fucking check that track out. Check out any track on this album. If you're unfamiliar with it, check out that track. That track speaks alone for this entire record. Let's see. Face of Granite is another one that's fucking amazing off this one. Damn it. Messiah of the Dying World. Check out those 3 tracks. If those 3 tracks alone don't sell you on this band and this album in particular, then just skip Clandestine Blaze, because then you won't fucking get it. But yeah, man. Coming in at number 5, The Harmony of Struggle, with the weirdest album cover fucking ever. Again, released by Northern Heritage. Awesome shit. Staple in the genre, in my opinion. Coming in at number 4, we got their debut, Fire Burns in Our Hearts. This is probably one of the best Finnish black metal debuts besides Sargeist's Satanic Black Devotion or Strength and Honor by Satanic War Master. This is probably one of the more... It's just one of the heavier fucking Finnish black metal albums. It's so scathing and so fucking just unrelenting. It's got that total fucking Transylvanian Hunger, Under a Funeral Moon style Dark Throne feel to it, but super hateful, super just unrelenting with the fucking Christian bashing. Awesome shit, man. The intro track, which is also the band's title track, Clandestine Blaze, is fucking amazing. A total fucking anthem on this one. Anti-Christian warfare, native resistance, children of God, killing the waste flesh. I mean, this shit is fucking awesome. This one is, man, I really struggled to place this one because at first I really wanted to place this one like number 2. But the albums that came after it I like more. But yeah, man, you can't go wrong with this one. This is an amazing debut. Clandestine Blaze. A Fire Burns in Our Hearts. Check it out if you haven't. Released by Northern Heritage. You can get all of these on Hell's Headbangers, I believe. And yeah, man, moving right along. This is one that is a lot of people that do talk about Clandestine Blaze. This is usually their favorite album when this band comes up, and that is Fist of the Northern Destroyer. This album fucking rips, man. This one is no apologies, just in your face. Fuck you, I don't care what you think about my political beliefs. Unapologetic Finnish black metal. Mikko outdid himself with this fucking record. There he is there, in the fucking gimp suit with the fucking killer brass knucks. CD tray, their logo pretty much. But yeah, man, this fucking is like, if you think like Transylvanian Hunger is a hateful album, that's like that's like the Chipmunks Do Christmas compared to how hateful this fucking album is. I mean, this is seriously some of the most hateful shit I've ever heard, and it's fucking amazing. Risk for days. Perfect fucking black metal production on this record. I think this is like the epitome of black metal production, is what he does on these albums here. Is like the archetype for what especially really just raw, gritty, hateful black metal should sound like. But to name tracks off this to recommend to you is also to name the entire album, because this, honestly, this is one you need to kind of listen to as a whole to get kind of the whole gist of what he's going on with this. But I will cherry pick you some tracks. Probably the title track, Fist of the Northern Destroyer. Doll of Darkness is another great one. Praise to the Self. That is just a fucking droning, just hateful as fuck song, man. Every song on here is just like straight hate concentrate. But yeah, man, this is a fucking amazing record. I am so glad I have this one in my collection. A lot of this shit's banned on Discogs, but you can still get this through Northern Heritage, or Hell's Headbangers carries a lot of their shit too. So not all hope is lost for you. This band is pretty fucking sketchy, but goddamn, they make some fucking killer black metal. Coming in at number 3, we got Fist of the Northern Destroyer. Mandatory black metal listening from Finland. Check it out if you haven't. Then we get on to my top 2. These two is so hard for me to pick between which 2 of these albums I like better, because they're both fucking perfect. Every track is great. Even like the bullshit ambience that's in them is still fucking killer, and it sets the entire mood for the album. And yeah, man, coming in at number 2, Night of the Unholy Flames. This album is fucking awesome. This is basically like the darker, creepier version of Panzerfaust. It sounds almost like a twin album to Panzerfaust, but just like I said with Fist of the Northern Destroyer, just pure hatred. and misanthropy this band just oozes misanthropy, man. It's like a lot of black metal is hateful, but there's something about Clandestine Blaze is just where it kind of goes to the bone. The fucking just the venom that that Mikko Aspa fucking spits out when he's fucking singing this shit on these records is just fucking, it's awe-inspiring. But yeah, man, a banger from start to finish. I think this is the second album. And yeah, man, intro is great, which goes into Chambers, which is a really sketchy fucking song, but at the same time, it's so fucking good. Night of the Unholy Flames, Invisible Death, one of my absolute favorite Clandestine Blaze, I'm talking like top 3 songs, is on here. There's Nothing, which sounds straight like something off fucking A Blaze in the Northern Sky. Awesome shit, man. This almost was my number one. Like the 3 or 4 times that I was like mentally compiling this list, this was number one like 3 out of the 4 times. But then again, I started listening to my number one pick, and man, there's just no debating it. We'll go ahead and get to that though, but check this out if you have it. Clandestine Blaze, Night of the Unholy Flames. The phone keeps ringing, but fuck them. Check it out if you have it. Awesome shit. And then finally, we're going to get to me, this is the best thing Mikko's done with this project. This album here is like chock right dead in the middle of his discography. And it blends the best of the old with the best of what was to come for this fucking band. We're talking about Falling Monuments. This album here, man, every time I listen to it, I find something new in the riffs I'm like, wow, I can't believe I didn't notice that before. I've listened to this album like 6 times. How did I not hear that dissonance in that riff? It's just, he does such a weird trick with the production on this record that it's like, honestly, you can listen to this album and hear something different in it almost every time. And it's just fucking amazing. One of my absolute favorite songs by Clandestine Blaze is also on here. Possession of Nordic Blood. If for any reason you want to check out this album or any of this stuff, but especially this album in particular, listen to that track. That track pretty much encapsulates what this band is about and the sound you're going to get, and especially the mood and feeling for this album. Other great tracks on here is Melancholy of the Falling Monuments, Call of the Warrior, Embrace of Supremacist Ritual. Yeah, that's kind of a tongue tire of a name there, but Blood Soil. I mean, every fucking track on this is just fucking awesome. This is probably one of my top 5 Finnish black metal albums ever. And this is like, this wasn't the first thing I heard by Clandestine Blaze either. I think the first thing I heard by them was Deliverers of the Faith, because I really liked the album cover. And that kind of just like opened the rabbit hole for this band. And I kind of dove into their discography. Obviously, I got the whole fucking discography, but that kind of set the journey for Clandestine Blaze for me, was the Deliverers of the Faith album. And this, I believe this is Church of Atrocity, then this. This was like the 3rd album I like got from them, and I really didn't hear much of it. I just like, well, it was cheap. I bought it. And this has fucking turned out to be my favorite fucking Clandestine Blaze album. This was almost a blind buy, but I was already kind of familiar with, like I said, I had Deliverers of the Faith, Fist of the Northern Destroyer, and Night of the Unholy Flames were the 3 that I had before I got this one. And I just kind of blind bought this one. And man, I'm glad I did. Turned out to be my favorite record by them. Fucking 10 out of 10 material, 5 out of 5, 6 out of 6. This is the best fucking shit, in my opinion, that Mikko Aspa, god damn it, has ever done. Awesome shit. front to back, just fucking stellar Finnish black metal. Falling Monuments, my top pick for the entire discography of Clandestine Blaze. Whew, 25 minutes, man. That is a fucking long video for me. Sorry I got a little tongue-tied. I've made some mental notes. I don't really prepare too much for this shit, guys. It is what it is. Have you heard of Clandestine Blaze? Do you like them? Let me know down in the comments. How would you rank these albums? Would you listen to this shit at all? Or am I a piece of shit for listening to them? Let's get a discussion going down in the comments, guys. Thanks for liking and subscribing. See you guys in the next video.